crafty friends. Welcome to Happy Place Crafting, crafting therapy for the soul. Today is Monday, but you'll be seeing this Tuesday, which will be New Year's Eve day. So happy New Year's Eve day to all of you. And it's almost 2025. Got some cool projects that I've got in the works for 2025. So I'm kind of excited about those. I'm going to make some changes to my Ko-Fi shop. And I'm thinking about adding these. I just designed these this morning, actually, because I wanted to... Well, I designed this one, and then I loved it so much, I was like, I'm going to design them in other colors with other tickets. So these are going to be tickets. Or you could make them labels if you wanted. But they're really pretty easy to do. Whoops. Didn't quite get that. There we go. I'm just going to take the borders off of these. I've been busy this morning. Let's see, I watched Bitty Penny. Oops. Whoa, good thing I didn't have any fingers in the way of that one. My arm thingy here is getting a little bit loose, I think. Alright, let's get rid of those. Off to the trash bin you go. And I'm just going to kind of, I don't know, guesstimate the middles here. I'm not measuring. I'm just... But yeah, I thought... What sparked this was, well, number one, I needed some tickets for a project that I'm going to be working on. I'm trying to get the stuff together for that. And number two, oh, this one's going to be precarious here. Here we go. I had found all these stickers, but I was like, gosh, I could use those in clusters. But I don't want them to have a sticker background. So what I ended up doing was I stuck them to some book pages and then just fussy cut around them so that I could use them. But when I was doing that, I found these tickets and they had a floral background to them. And they were kind of plain otherwise. And I really liked that. So I was like, oh, I need some more of those. So let's create them. Because when you're able to create things, then really the sky's the limit, right? If it's in your head, you can do it. So that's what I've been up to, is putting what's in my head onto the page. All right, got all those, and I tried to do them in colors. Let's pull this last strip, because what I did, whoops, not that one, this one. What I did with the first ones I made was I made all these into tickets, and then this last strip I made into labels. And I tried to do them in lots of colors while still keeping them neutral. And I'm thinking about adding them to my Ko-Fi shop. So I might end up doing that at some point, but it will probably be after the new year. like I said, I'm going to change things up a little bit in there. And I want them to be an part of the new. I do have other like labels in there. I don't think too many people have gone in and gotten them, but they are pretty cool. But and they're kind of like more kind of generic labels, so that they can be used for lots of things. Because I found that I like generic labels more than, like, if I'm trying to match them up. I mean, like, I don't know. I always like to tell a story, and if I can't fit the label into the story, then I'm not going to use it. You know what I mean? Jelly bean. You know what I mean, Jelly bean. Alright. And let's get these done. Oh my gosh. Sophie got a, did I tell you Sophie got a pair of jeans for Christmas and that they fit her, but she didn't like the style, so we took them back to Target. She ended up getting a gift card, but it was the day after Christmas. There were hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people in there. I did not go in, clearly. Her brother and her went in. And she just got a gift certificate. But that gift certificate is eating a hole in her pocket. Oh my gosh. If she wants to spend it, wants to spend it. I told her spend it online. She doesn't want to spend it online. She wants to go to the store and look around. And I'm like, not during the holidays. I can't do it. I just can't. I'm sorry. So, she was a little bit upset about that, I think. But she'll get over it. Teenagers. They're so much fun. I just don't do crowds at all. I barely do non-crowds, let alone crowds. So there's that. For sure. See, these are coming along pretty quick. And if you had borderless printing, I'm sure they would come even quicker for you than they are for me. Because I gotta take these little borders off of here. So that gives me 4 more cuts. In this instance, 5. Okay. And like I said, I'm just eyeballing them. And what I ended up doing with the first ones that I designed was I ended up just kind of, if I needed to, straightening up the borders when I was doing the second step that I'm going to show you here in a minute. I have been watching, yesterday I watched, I think the name is Treasured Books. I'm pretty sure she has a book of her own, like a book, a physical book about junk journaling, that she has done, but she's got some pretty cool ideas. You know, I'm always looking for different things that I haven't seen or thought of myself, and she has definitely got some. Because after a while, I feel like, you know, you've kind of seen most of it, right? Like, oh yeah, I've seen that. Like, you've seen me do clusters 100 times. Because when I'm stuck, I do clusters. This is what I do. And the other day I didn't feel good, but I wanted to still be creative. Clusters is my go-to. It's just simple. Doesn't take a ton of thought. You can just kind of throw stuff together. And it's definitely something that you will use. And you know, I saw on Instagram the other day somebody posted how prep work is beneficial when you're doing junk journals, and it for sure is. I mean, prep work is for sure you're going to be your friend, because if you know, prep things ahead of time, it's going to make the process go a lot quicker. Okay, this is the last sheet. Here, we got that. I hope this isn't messing with the camera too much. Oh, what's reflecting? Oh, this is reflecting, isn't it? Oh well. Sorry about that. Whoops, I think I wrote that one. There's not much I can do about the reflection on that at the moment. But we're almost done, so hopefully it hasn't bothered you too much. And last one. Okay. Oops. This is like loose. I don't have to look at that. Does it have a screw? Oh, it does have a screw. But it doesn't feel like it's loose. But maybe it is. Maybe I need to tighten it just a little bit. It's probably gotten loose over the years since I've had it. Alright. Now we've got all these ticket strips. Look at all these. So cool. So I tried to do, let's see. This was kind of the reddish, although it kind of looks more pink here. Red, orange. I tried to do yellow, green, blue, and purple. And then I did pink. This one does look blue, but on the screen it looked more turquoise. So it might print different. You know how things print different for different people. And it depends what you print it on. This is all on cardstock, but it's a thin cardstock that I get from Walmart. Okay, whoops, I forgot. So the one end is going to be a little bit longer. So you're going to need to cut just a tad off of that. And like this one, its side borders are a little bit thicker. So I'm probably going to just go down and nip those off a little bit. Like that. Whoops. These are all falling out from the other day, clearly. This thing doesn't stay shut. So they'll be falling all over the place. We'll have a mess here by the end of it. That's okay, though. I don't really care. All right. And plus, I turn it upside down because I want to be able to see it. So this is how I've been doing it. I've been taking this and nipping those. Doing like a half on here. And then here and here. And then I put a hole in the middle. And I'm not measuring these, I'm just eyeballing them. And there you go. You got to think of tickets. And then these I left blank because you can stamp on them or do whatever you want with them. You know how we all get those, like I know I have some, let's see, where are they? No, is it under labels? I think it might be. We've all got all these, like, these you could use, you know, on those. I know I've got like a bunch of generic looking label things. Oh, like these. These are what I was looking for. Like these. I mean, you could clearly put, like, you could do New York in there or advanced door sales. You could do any of these. That one would fit perfect, actually. So, or you could just stamp on them and design them yourselves. That's kind of part of the fun, I think. Whoops. So, yeah, there's lots you could do with them. Or you could just cut them and use them as labels instead of using them as tickets. You could do that too. So, yeah. Not too complicated, but kind of cool. And you could use your little wheel thing and perforate these so that they were bendable, like tickets, like that. I mean, these really look like tickets. And, you know, pretty cool. And who doesn't like a ticket? You can use tickets in all kinds of things when you're decorating. You could use them as belly bands. This one needs trimmed up a little bit. We're just going to trim this side. This one is actually not floral, it's polka dots. Gotta have polka dots in there. I was actually looking for pink floral, and the pink polka dot, the pink with white polka dots came in, and I was like, yeah, I think we're gonna use that. Because I love polka dots. I just do. So, I haven't taken my Christmas decorations down yet, even though I have wanted to. But my mom always said it was bad luck. I looked it up. Some people say it's bad luck. Some people say you should leave them up till after the 5th. Some people say it's bad luck to leave them up. So, and they were basically like, listen, boo, you do you. If you want to take them down, take them down. Which I kind of want to take them down, but the kids are adamant that they don't come down yet, so I'm like, whatever, fine. We'll leave them up. And on the 2nd, I have the lady from my insurance. They come once a year to make sure I'm getting everything I need, and that they're giving me all the services that I am required, I'm allowed to have. So she's coming, I think, on Thursday, on the 2nd, so I'll probably take them down on the 3rd, but I'm kind of excited because, you know, I have this table in my like dining area now, but it's a tall table with tall chairs, and we just really don't use it that much. Now, before we moved here, I had this really cool table, and it had kind of like a corner bench seating, and then it had a bench on the other side, and I loved that table. And when we moved here, I couldn't figure out how to incorporate it into the house, so I got rid of it. But I wish I hadn't, because I loved that table. I didn't realize until I got rid of it how much I loved it, and I've been thinking about it lately and thinking, gosh, I wish I had that table still. And then I realized I had these really sturdy cubes out in the shed that used to be in my bedroom, and I have this old table that was my mom's, so it's an antique, and it's a pretty cool table. So I'm going to have the kids bring in that table and a couple of the cubes, and I'm going to make the cubes into benches and put cushion on them. And I think they're tall enough. If they're not tall enough, I can put like furniture feet on them, and get some furniture feet and put on them. But I think they're going to be plenty tall enough. And I'm going to send the table that's in the kitchen now. Well, it's not really in the kitchen. It's kind of like it's between the kitchen and the living area. So, because it's all open. My living room and my kitchen are open to each other. The only thing that divides it really is a counter. My stomach is growling. I have no clue why. Just ignore it. I am not really hungry, so I don't know what its problem is. I ate breakfast. I don't know what its issue is. It's saying, feed me, Seymour, feed me. And I'm saying, no, you don't need anything to eat right now. You are not hungry. You are not hungry, Mom. Oh my gosh, I watched, on Max, I watched the Penguin show. My son wanted me to watch it. He's always guinea pigging. I'm his guinea pig. If he hears that something's really good, he'll tell me about it, and I'll watch it and let him know if I think it's any good. Well, I watched it, and I thought it was actually good. And I really don't know anything about any of that, Batman and all that. But I thought it was really pretty good. Oh, I didn't set a timer. Let's set a timer now. Just so we know how long we've been blabbing. I am so bad at that. Why am I so bad at that? I do not know. I kind of think I do know. I hate having to be somewhere at a particular time. Or like appointments. It stresses me out. I'm much better if I can do something at my own pace and I don't have to be there, like at a certain time, or people aren't coming at a certain time. I'm much better if it's kind of more go with the flow with that. And so I think that's why I have trouble setting the timer. I'm not really doing these in any... I'm just kind of willy-nilly in these at this point. I feel like I'm doing so many of them that I always want to do in the middle of there. I don't know why. And I didn't measure these to see if they're ticket size. I just kind of estimated, and they look ticket size to me, so I'm like, okay, that's good. I'm good with that. I don't need things to be perfect. And I thought it was kind of a different, you see the blue tickets and the red tickets and the green tickets. I thought this was kind of a cool a little bit of a different take, having the patterns. And like, you know, again, I didn't think of this. You know, I saw them done in a sticker form. I haven't seen any. Oh my gosh, I hope you cannot hear my stomach growl. It was loud. What is its problem? It's like, hey lady, it's 10 o'clock. It's time for a snack. But I really don't want a snack. I'm busy. I'm busy crafting. I'm busy making things. This afternoon I'm going to sew up some images that I, for like tuck spots and tags that I saw on Treasured. Is it Treasured Book or Treasured Pages? I do not know. I just found her. She just kind of rolled onto my universe. So I was like, that's very interesting. Go check that out. I always like checking new people out, seeing what it's all about. Oh my god. Ooh. I got a new follower on Ko-Fi. That's a good thing. I've been getting more followers on Ko-Fi. And you know something else I noticed the other day was I've gotten a lot of... The other day I got a ton of followers on Cricut, which is was kind of funny to me because actually I just renewed my Cricut. I had let it expire because it's $10 a month. I think that's kind of really expensive. And how are we going to do this one? Because it's kind of late. I cut it too close on the other side. I'll just barely have one here. All right, we'll make it work. We'll make it work. All right, those are all done. Oh my gosh, look at this. We got pink and blue confetti everywhere. Everywhere. Hello. Get away. Thank you very much. Just go into a pile over there. All right. Do these. Oh, what was I talking about? I don't even remember now. Here, let's just... I'm going to trim all these off. That way I don't have to stop. And that'll go faster. Oh, I was talking about Cricut. Yeah, so then I needed to use it because I was making my grandkids something. And it gave me a thing where I got 3 months for 99 cents a month or something like that. So I was like, yeah, that's much more doable. It wasn't 99 cents. I think it was like $3.99 or something. I don't know. It was a deal though. It was better than the $10. So I went ahead and did that. And now I've got all these followers. So I don't know if it like took my stuff off and then it just put it back and that made it pop up on people's stuff. I don't know what happened, but yeah, definitely got some new. And I have like a lot of, I have a lot of stuff on there. Not everything that I do is, I don't make everything public, but a lot of stuff I do. And there's a lot of like junk journal stuff on there. Anytime I design something for one of the junk journals, and I use Cricut to design it, I always make it public. because why not just share it? You know, if I had found it, then I wouldn't have had to make it. So, and a lot of times it's just, and it's tedious on there. You know, it's not like I'm just downloading something and cleaning it up. I'm actually going in there and designing it word by word, line by line. So yeah, definitely something. But I'm glad I'm getting more people on Ko-Fi, because I'm getting ready to change it up. And I think it will be better for everybody in the long run. Because I like to offer a lot of free things. But I want to offer them to people that are supportive. So, yeah, I think I'm going to change it up. I've had it for not quite a year. I've almost been on YouTube for a year. It'll be a year this January that I started this journey, and I feel pretty good about it. Sometimes I look at my numbers and I'm like, oh, they aren't very good. When I, you know, that's the whole, when you start comparing yourself to other people type thing, which is something you really shouldn't do. But yeah, so I'm thinking I'm doing all right. And I've made lots of great crafty friends. That was my main goal. Was just to meet some people so that I wasn't so lonely. And I have done that. So that makes me excited. And I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot of new things, and I get to be creative, and which is something I'm passionate about. And I'm really grateful for the whole experience. Actually, it's been a good experience for me. So, who would have thunk it? Who would have thunk it? Just ran across it and it took off. And I had been thinking for a while about starting my own channel. And it has really changed. I've learned a lot over the last year. It's changed and evolved for sure. I really like these purple ones. They're such a deep purple. I really like them. Okay. Get rid of these so it's not such a mess. Put them in our pile over there to go in the trash can. Gosh, we've got a lot of these left. Did I trim all these? Well, that one looks like it's trimmed, but maybe it didn't need to be trimmed. Okay, wait. If we did this smart, we would do it like this. There. There. That one was not exactly straight, but oh well. There. Ow. That time I pinched my fingers. Not smart. Move your fingers out of the way, lady. It's not the product, it's the operator for sure. Because I love this product. It is for sure the operator. Alright, move those over to the side. Anyway, so I'm excited about this new year and excited to see what new things I'm going to learn this year. And I do for sure, I've already decided I want to work I want to get better at the watercoloring. I really love it. I love the look of it. I mess with it every once in a while. Like I see there's this person on Instagram that I see every once in a while, and they're like, you know, doing something, and I always watch them. And I'm always like, oh, I wonder if I can do that. Sometimes I try to do it. Sometimes it kind of comes out like theirs. Sometimes it doesn't at all. It just depends. But it is something I'd like to mess with and get, you know, a little bit better at. I love the look of it. So, and mostly just like florals. Like, I'm not going to be doing any landscapes or anything like that. I don't think I'll ever be good like that at it. But yeah, it's something I'd like to mess around with more. So, and I do have in my cart to order a watercolor like sketchbook to start working on that, because I have like watercolor paper that's like 5x7, but then they're kind of just everywhere. So I want something where I can kind of keep them together a little bit better. And I could create a journal with them. I know. But I just kind of, I'm going to take the easy route out this time and just get one that's already put together. Okay. So, yeah, but that's something I want to work more on. Like I said, I'm not an artist, I'm just a crafter, but I would like to be a little bit better at the watercolor thing. It's kind of fun. So I have fun when I'm doing it. I feel like an artist, even though I'm not really. Let's just take a little bit off of this one here. And it's not because of the way they were designed, it's because of the way I cut them. Because I just kind of eyeballed them and didn't really like cut them like I should have. I just really don't like the whole measuring thing too much. Always. Sometimes I'm just not in the mood to measure. So when I can get away with not doing it, then I try to. Usually it bites me in the tush, though, when I do that. But, oh well. Oh well. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me while I do this. I know it's probably not too exciting to watch me do this. Maybe you're not watching me. Maybe you're just listening to me. Like I listen to a lot of people just blab on while they're doing whatever, and I'm good with that. I feel like I'm kind of crafting with them. And that's probably what I'll do all afternoon. I'll turn on different people. I have my favorites, and I'll watch them and listen to them mainly. And every once in a while, I'll look up and see what they're doing. And I just listen to them blab on and talk about whatever. Sometimes they're talking about what they're doing. Sometimes they're talking about their lives. Sometimes they're just talking, just like a friend would. You know, hey, what are you doing? So, that's kind of nice. Kind of nice. This one's, I cut pretty thin. I do not know why I did that. Oh, this hot air balloon, I think there's 5 of them. Because of the way that it was, I couldn't get it to stretch out without looking weird. So I ended up making it a little bit smaller. But that's okay. But it also makes, it was like shorter and wider. So that one's going to be a little bit different. That's the only one, actually, that I had to do that too. All right, now we're on to the green ones. The green ones are like a floral pattern, kind of. And I did hot air balloons. I did circus, I did train, I did plane. So I tried to do, I didn't do car. Oh, I didn't do boat. I should have done boat. I could still do boat. I might do that one and add it. Note to self. We need boat tickets. Like ship, passenger ship. That would be kind of cool. Although I'm not sure they would have had a ticket like this, but maybe they would have. I don't know. Probably not. It would probably have been fancier. But who knows? They can be whatever I want them to be. If I want them to have tickets like this, they can have tickets like this. Sometimes it's not that serious. Sometimes I overthink things and I need to stop doing that. And I talk myself out of a good idea. I feel like the ticket guy in Polar Express. Punching everybody's tickets. And again, I'm not measuring or anything. I'm just punching willy-nilly. I'm not a machine. It's not going to be perfect. And neither are you. But that's part of the charm of it. There's not one that's exactly alike. They're all different. My kids will wake up and they'll say, "What's for dinner?" That's like one of the first things they always want to know. What's for dinner? I finally did make the manicotti that I was supposed to make for Christmas, that we ended up not having for Christmas because we had too much leftover pizza from Christmas Eve, so we had pizza on Christmas Day. Then my son got sick. He was the one that really wanted the manicotti crap, so I put off making it until he was starting to feel better. Sophie doesn't really love it. She doesn't like ricotta cheese. It's a texture thing with her, I guess. It's not a taste thing. She thinks it looks like mashed potatoes, which it kind of does. But she does not like mashed potatoes, so she won't eat it. And I'm not leaving it out. It would not be the same without it. So I'm like, just deal with it, because I love it. I love it. I guess that means she wouldn't like cannolis. But I'm pretty sure she's had a cannoli, and I'm pretty sure she likes it. Because that's ricotta with powdered sugar. Oh, I love cannolis. Yummy, yum, yum, yum. I've bought the cannoli shells before and then just stuffed them myself. Chocolate chip and ricotta. They're so good. Oh, this is sticking. I've used it so much it's starting to stick. It needs greased. That's so funny. It's like I am tired. I'm probably 20 years old or so. No, got it probably older than that. Whoops. Is it not sharp anymore? That's crazy. I'm pretty sure I have another one somewhere. Where do I have another one? Or did I end up getting rid of them? I had a whole bunch of them. And I was like, why do I have all these? This is ridiculous. It's like it's sticking there. I had a piece of here. Let's try something. No, that didn't really help. So it's not a sharp issue. Is it a... I don't know. What a pain in the shorts. Now it's going to take me a little bit longer. And I still have 3 left to do. I might do them off camera at this point. Oh wait, I think it might have fixed itself. Oh, I think it did. It was like, no, don't do me off camera. It's like it's straightened and sucked up. I love the yellow ones. The yellow ones have got like little daisies. Daisy. Who would dollop a daisy? Daisy sour cream. Get it? Do a dollop? I don't know. Probably better be quiet or I'll get copyrighted or something. Although, I don't really understand the whole copyright thing with YouTube actually, because when you think you're gonna get copyrighted, you don't, and when you don't think you are, you do. So I don't really understand it all. But and I like to hear music. That's another thing. So like Lizzie, I watch her. She was singing Christmas carols. It was so sweet. And I just loved hearing it. And I'm like, if they copyright her, I'm going to be really upset, because although I bet most Christmas carols aren't under copyright because they've been around for so long. I mean, some of them are super old. Oh my gosh, we were watching White Christmas. Did I tell you guys about this? Sometimes I forget if I tell you or not. If I told you, just ignore me then. Fast forward it. We were watching White Christmas and my kids are like, wait, is that Bing Crosby? And I'm like, yeah. Wait, he's an actor? I was like, yes. Well, why? I'm like, I was shocked that they were shocked. I'm like, and I watch White Christmas every year, and I have for forever, and so they must not ever pay attention when I watch it, and or it just finally dawned on them who he was. That like, hey, this is the same guy that, you know, we listen to when we're listening to Christmas songs sometimes. I was just like, it's funny the things that they realize. It's also funny to me, like, how the generations, you know, they're like, oh, well, we're not gonna, that just fell right off of there. We're not gonna, it might as well have, the stuff's falling all over the place anyway. Oh, now it's really stuck. This thing's just falling apart in my hands as we speak. There we go. You know, it was always so important to me that, like, I follow the traditions, you know, the family. But my kids, it is not important to them at all. They are all for making new traditions and not carrying on the old traditions. They could care less about it, to be honest. And in a way it makes me happy, but in a way it also makes me sad. Because I'm like, oh, but I liked doing that. And, you know, they don't really enjoy it, so we're not going to do it anymore. But in the same regard, I like the freedom of starting our own traditions and like having pizza on Christmas Eve, which who know, I guess isn't like a thing. I guess a lot of people have pizza on Christmas Eve because they're gonna cook a big meal on Christmas Day. So I didn't know that. But kudos to them, because heck, it makes it so much easier, less stressful. So yeah, I'm like, okay. So some of them I enjoy. I end up enjoying them, but some of them I'm like, oh, I kind of miss that. But, you know, a thing of the past. All good things must come to an end, right? So, but it is kind of crazy how they want to do new things. Change it up. Change it up. Oh my gosh. I've probably been on here about an hour because that thing says, wait, why didn't I remove that one? That I've been on here a half an hour just about, and I didn't start it right away, so, but that's fine. If you want to turn me off, turn me off. If you don't, then don't. I try not to make it too long because then it takes too long to upload it. But I mean, the shorter it is, the quicker it uploads, of course. I need to record. We're almost done though, really, truly. Wait. Now I forget which way I had this handled. There we go. I forget what I was going to say. Really, truly something. I don't know. My memory sometimes is just like, it's like a colander. Put stuff in, it just kind of seeps through. That's the way it feels. Like it's slowly sifting out of there. I got a new cake pan. Like I used to have a rectangular cake pan. I haven't had one in a long time because it kind of like, I loved it. It had a lid on it. It was so nice, but it kind of like got scraped up and then started rusting, so I had to throw it away. And so I've been wanting a new one, but you know, it's one of those things that you just don't really buy yourself. And so I had it on my list, you know, of things that I want. And actually Sophie makes all the cakes around here. And we have a bundt cake pan, so we usually just have a bundt cake. But she's been wanting to make rectangular ones. So my oldest son, he got me that for Christmas. So that was really cool. And he got me some cookie sheets, which, you know, cookie sheets are something that you always can use because they don't seem to last too much anymore either. So got a couple new cookie sheets, and these were really nice because they have like rubber grips on the ends of them, so they don't get so hot when you pick them up. So that's really cool. Then he got me this chopper thing that chops up vegetables and, you know, like tomatoes and stuff. It's got all kinds of different kind of like blades, and then you put it on there and it goes into this nice container underneath it. It's kind of cool so that it doesn't like go everywhere. It's pretty neat. Pretty cool. I forgot that was even on my list. That's another one of those are all things that like I'd like, but I don't, you know, I wouldn't buy myself because, you know, there's craft supplies and, you know, there's just normal stuff that you need, that you got to spend money on, that you're like, ugh, I wish I didn't have to, but I do. Wish I could just spend all my money on craft supplies, but I can't do that either. I'm going to try really hard this year to get some like more authentic type stuff, like book. I'm going to concentrate like more on book pages and like authentic ephemera. Because like I'm able to create it, but there's nothing like the feel of, you know, like old stuff. You know, my son, he just thinks I'm crazy by doing all this, I think. Like, he doesn't think I'm crazy, but I'm not sure he totally gets it. He's always like, you know, what's your infatuation with all this old stuff? I don't really get it. But I think he's starting to get it. Because he was looking through some of the books that my daughter got me for Christmas from the Goodwill, and he was like, oh, I kind of get it. Because I was like, look, feel the pages in this. You can tell they're old by how thin they are. And he's like, oh, yeah, I kind of get it. So I think he's kind of getting it, which makes me happy, because then he kind of understands a little bit more. So yeah, there's that. You know, you'd think I would get tired of blabbing and blabbing and blabbing about stuff that you probably really don't care about. But I don't know. Maybe my kids or my grandkids someday will care about it. Who knows? You know, we have this one video of my mom, her last Christmas, actually. She had gotten my kids this book with, she got it for Sophie, actually, this book with no pictures. And she read it to Sophie, and my oldest daughter had taken a video of it. And it's like the one, you know, thing we have of her, you know, talking and, you know, just being silly, reading a silly book to her granddaughter, who was probably at the time not too thrilled about, you know, having a book read to her, or even the fact that she received a book for Christmas, probably. But, you know, now she's older and she cherishes it, of course. But, you know, back then she's like 3 or 4. She was little. And, you know, she probably wanted a doll or electronic item or something. But my mom liked to give books. She did like to give books. She used to be a librarian, so that probably has something to do with it. But I often wonder what she would think about the fact that, you know, not a lot of people read physical books anymore. A lot of people do electronic books, and so I often wonder what she would think about all that. But anyway, so it's really nice, you know, if you miss a loved one, to be able to go back and hear them. And, you know, after a while, they're gone for a while, you forget what their, you know, voice sounds like. And so it's kind of nice to have that little reminder and that refresher of that. So my kids will have lots of that, because they have all these YouTube videos that they can go back and watch and listen to. And maybe they won't be able to see my face, but they'll be able to see my hands and hear my voice. So maybe someday they'll see my face. I don't know. I don't think the world's ready for that. Plus, then I'd have to put makeup on and do my hair. And who wants to have to do all that? I don't want to have to do it. Although, you know, Lizzie doesn't do it. She always has some kind of silly hat or something on, which I love her bravery, how just authentic and real she is. I just admire it so much. And, you know, but so many of us, you know, I know people are curious as to what we look like. But often when, you know, I'm curious like that, and then I see the person, they don't look like what I thought they looked like in my head when I hear their voice. So that's kind of funny too, to see, you know, that all comes into play. And some people you never, like Camilla Crafts, Julie, there's no pictures of her. She's never given into it, and I admire that about her too, because it's not really what it's about. It shouldn't matter, you know. Just because people are curious, it shouldn't matter what you look like, really. I mean, so, I look at my face. I was looking at my face this morning. I got bags underneath my eyes. I'm like, where the heck did these bags come from, and how do I get rid of them? Like, I can't afford Botox, so, you know, when did I get so old? Do you ever look at yourself in the mirror and think, where did that person come from? And some days I don't look quite as old, and I'm like, and I look at it and I'm like, okay, you're okay today. I recognize you. There you are. Where the heck have you been? But some days it's like, woof, where did you come from? When did you get so old? And why didn't you take advantage of it and appreciate it more when you were young and had no wrinkles, no bags under your eyes? Why didn't you appreciate that more and take advantage? And that's like, Sophie's like, oh my gosh, her and her friend are like, we're gonna put you on a dating site. And I'm like, no, you are not. I do not want to have to deal with that in my life. I am over that stage. Like, I spent some of the best years of my life and wasted them on that. So, on the wrong person. So, I'm like, I am not going down that road again. It's not happening for me. Not going to do it. Plus, I'm too set in my ways now. I can do my own thing when I want to do it. If I want to stay in my craft room all day, the only person I got to answer to is really Sophie, to be quite honest. She's the only one, and she probably wouldn't even care. Every once in a while, she'd come in here and be like, look, this doesn't have to bounce out like that. I just realized this. Maybe it wasn't supposed to do that. Who knows? Maybe it was broke before and now it's fixed. Because it still works. It's not bouncing out. Oh, wait. That makes it a little bit hard to get in there. Alright, the middle place, I need to do it there. But the rest of them, I think it's okay. Okay. My fingers are starting to hurt. Thank goodness I'm almost done. And you're probably thinking the same thing. Thank goodness she's almost done. I cannot believe I've sat here and watched her this whole time. Just punch these stupid tickets and cut them. What is wrong? But if you have watched me the whole time, bless you. And thank you. Just thank you for hanging out with me so that I'm not so bored. Hanging out by myself, driving myself crazy. Okay. This is the last one. Woohoo! Yay! All right. Look at all these that we've got. We have so many now. I'm going to have to get a bigger ticket container. Because now I have so many tickets. Whoops. I'll put those on the front. Alright, those. The orange ones. Red, orange. Yellow. Loud truck. Sorry about that. Hey, you missed the barking dogs. At least I waited till after they went out this morning. So you didn't have to hear them. blue. Whoops. Alright, that didn't scooch right. Blue. Purple. So there's what? Oh, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. 8 times 4 is 32. So there's 32 tickets on each one. And there's, how many? There's, I think there are 8 sheets. So that's pretty good. Oh wait, there's more over there. I forgot about those. Those aren't tickets though, those are labels. So 32 times 8 is, I don't know, however many. 30, 60, 90, 120, 50, 80, 240, 256, 256, is that right? Something around there, I think. 256 tickets. That's a lot of tickets. Okay, so we've got all those tickets. And then we've got, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 labels. I should have cut this down first. 7 labels times 8, that's 56. 56 labels. See, this comes from growing up in the generation where you actually had to memorize multiplication tables, which they don't really do much of that anymore. Oh my gosh, this one is really, really close on that side. Let's just trim this off. There. And cut this. So that took me, what, like an hour? Probably a little bit more than an hour, maybe. But now I've got all this stuff. All this prep work is done, which is pretty cool. And these blank ones I will just add, I'll probably just add them to my little stash I've got going on to make my clusters. That way I can, if I need them for a specific color, I can just print on them whatever I want, which is always nice. They can go with whatever I want them to go with. I don't know. Let me know in the comments, guys, if you think this is a good idea. If this is something that you would want, that you'd be interested in. Let me know that. If it's even worth my time of uploading them into Ko-Fi. Maybe they'll be like the other labels and nobody will really want them. I do not know. I don't know. Psh, I must be different than everybody else, because if I see free stuff on Ko-Fi, I'm getting it. I'm putting it in my stash. I will use it at some point. I do end up using it, all of it actually. And I didn't have to pay for it, which is like, oh, terrific. Free stuff? What? Hello? Okay. Whoops. I just knocked the label thingy down. Okay. By trying to do that. Oops. I forgot to do these. There. There. I love these snips. They are terrific. Terrific, terrific. I should invest in the bigger ones, although I don't know if I would use them. I mean, I have the big ones, and I love them. I mean, I can't imagine that I wouldn't like any of them. Maybe I'll invest in the bigger ones. Maybe that'll be one of the things I get this year. Who knows? All right, where did my little label thing go? I had one. See, this is what I do. This is full of like all kinds of bits and bobs, pieces of paper, torn. The other day I was using some foil to do something. I just tore that, stuck it in here. Book pages, just tear them up and stick them in there. These are things that I think would be great focal points for little clusters. And then these are, well, most of this is labels. Just all kinds of different labels. And so I'm just going to throw these in here, and I can use them too. Because it's usually like you have something kind of more plain, you have a focal point, and you have a label. That's usually a cluster for me. So when I get bored or I'm just sitting here watching TV or whatever, then I'll just do that. And look, I just want to show you real quick that how cool they would look to stamp something on them. This one would work just fine. Where is the ink? Here it is. So let's do a strip of these, just like this. Ta-da! See how perfect that is? Perfect. Perfect, perfect. Let's see, we've got another one too. Where's the other one? That says round trip. This one's a little bit big. That one's too big. I know I had another one. Ooh, what's this one? This is like an airline one. Let's do it with the yellow. There. See how cool that looks? That looks so cool. And you get these come in all kinds of things. I wonder if this price tag one will work. Let's do it with a green one. Junk Journal Printables. She posts every day, I think, in Ko-Fi. So much so that I'm like, okay, enough already. Alright. Oh, this one's cool too. And I love this one. I use this one a lot, actually. So I'm thrilled that this fits in here. Ah, yes. Loving that. Love it, love it, love it. Oh my gosh, I might just have so much fun doing these this afternoon. Here's another. Well, where's the other one that I wanted to use? I know there was the New York one. Oh, it's on this one. Did we already do this? Civic Auditorium one? No, we didn't do that one either. Alright, let's do this New York one. Let's see. New York, wonderful town. Okay. Yeah, no, I can't sing. I'm not giving up my day job, don't worry. Oh, this one's a little bit long, but it's okay. It's a little bit long. There we go. That one's pretty cool too. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, let's do the Civic Auditorium. Oh wait, what did I do with this one? Oh, I didn't put it back on there. It's what I did. Oh, there's this advanced sales too. Let's do this one. Okay, this is the Civic Auditorium one. Oh, I didn't ink that well enough. My bad. There we go. That looks better. Pretty good. Pretty cool. Oh, I finally got it right, the last one. That one took a minute, but I finally got it where it needed to be. Okay, that's that one. And there was another one. Oh, this one, the advanced store sales. Let's do pink. Pink, pink, pink. Stink, stank, stunk. Pink, pink, punk. Okay. This one's going to be too long. That one's too long. This one needs to be longer and skinnier. I'm not going to do any more of those because it's too long. Dag nab. You could just do, well, this one says Southern Railway. Let's look at this one. Oh, I have it upside down. I definitely had it upside down. Okay. I'll try it again. Oh, this one's cool. I don't think I've ever used this one. This one fits really good though. See? So see all the possibilities? And it's so easy just to stamp them in there. And then they're so cute. I mean, they're not normal. They're cute. They're pretty. Look, you could use them as on a piece of paper as a belly band. You could use them this way. You could use them that way. You could use them as tuck spots, just as decorations. You could do so much with them. I'm loving them. Loving them, loving them, loving them. All right, so let me know in the comments if this is something you'd be interested in receiving on Ko-Fi. And thanks for sticking around, hanging out with me. I so appreciate it. I'm sorry this has been so long. I think this has been like an hour and a half at least. Shame on me for keeping you that long. I know you guys have other things to do. I'm so sorry. But thank you, thank you, thank you. Please don't forget to thumbs up. It means a lot, especially in the new year with YouTube, so that other people will see my videos and maybe become our friends too. That would be nice. Okay, I'm going to let you go. Remember that crafting is cheaper than therapy, and you get to make really cool stuff. I mean, look at all this stuff that we made. Look at all these tickets. So cool. So cool. So neat. I mean, look at these lovely tickets. You just love them. Just love them. Okay. Take care. I'll see you next time. Later.